I mean, we'll need some XRP, right, in order to do that. So I guess a long-winded way of saying, I'm not sure we'll ever get rid of all of it and sort of let it all out into the wild.
So you think it would replace what gold was back in the day as like there's going to be a quote-unquote Bitcoin Fort Knox, essentially?
Exactly. We think it's not going to replace, it's going to augment. So it will be incremental.
I'd like to apologize to the XRP community. And I'd love to find ways to build bridges and work with them, just like we're building bridges and working with the Bitcoin ecosystem.
Okay, so Gary Gensler is sort of the complete opposite of my view. There are two problems that I have with Gary. One of which is that I think he wants to inject politics way too much into the actual business of securities in the United States of America. And if it's a token with utility, then they seem to want to ban it. And if it's a token without utility, they don't seem to care. I almost think we should be the opposite here, right? I worry about financialization. I worry about, frankly, whether a lot of the crypto stuff is fundamentally fake.
We'll ever distribute all of it. In my mind's eye, there's a possibility where, we end up more of a lending kind of, more of a lender of last resort capacity, maybe try to merge the two worlds, the digital asset markets and traditional capital markets. As I try to do that, I think one of the levers that we'll be able to pull will be lending.
But what does Luis Yamada say? The bigger the base, the higher in space. The bigger the base, the higher in space.
Entire crew is go. Enjoy the ride, pal.
If you got a baggie, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Go ahead and throw that XRP in the bag. Go ahead, throw on those moon suits. Throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up, because the future's extra. Bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 3.11 trillion, up about 6.7% in the past 24. Markets are green today. BTC up to 88,760. ETH 33 hundo. We got XRP up to 62 cents. Stellar XLM right around 11 cents. We got Flare 0.014. Axelar 80 cents. XDC 3 cents. Songbird 006. Taking a look at the altcoin season index, currently at a 41, right in the middle between Bitcoin season, altcoin season. We got CoinDesk under the real Donald Trump. The cryptocurrency market cap could grow to 10 trillion in the next 2 years, says StanChart. The bank also reiterated its 2025 year-end target of a 200,000 BTC, 10,000 ETH, and a 1,000 XRP. We got Fruition Productions, breaking news. XRP Unleashed is being retitled to Rig from the Start, exposing the SEC's war on crypto. XRP's Unleashed will still appear in our final moments of the film to show our rise after the long battle, but we must adjust the main title so that we can get the story to the outside of the crypto community. Too big to rig. XRP. We got crypto viewing, breaking news. U.S. government to buy 1 million Bitcoin over the next 5 years. That's 84 billion at the current prices. Bitcoin to become the new strategic reserve asset of the United States. If the bills pass, way to get a hold of XRP. Bill for payments, bill for institutions, bill for banks, all the money.
Last time you were here, you wore red. You said it was by accident. This time you said it was on purpose. So is that a sign of what these centimillionaires think about this election?
Well, that is a sign that Trump won the election, and we think that there is a lot of big news coming. We had our market opportunities and risks meeting last week, and there's a lot of upside from this win.
All right, so these investors are excited about the win and obviously what it means going forward. One thing you said they're excited about is Bitcoin. So I mentioned to one of our earlier guests that BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF, it now has more assets under management than their gold ETF. Of course, we know gold is a safe haven. I know a lot of your investors, they hold gold as well. What's their sentiment when it comes to Bitcoin? And are they doing it directly or through ETF?
We're very high on Bitcoin, and we've been talking about Bitcoin for the past few years. We recommend doing it directly because you don't pay taxes if you're doing it directly, so that's a big difference. But we think that Bitcoin could become the next strategic reserve asset. So the country now holds 232,000 Bitcoin. We think that Trump could bump that up to over 1 million.
So you think it would replace what gold was back in the day as like there's going to be a quote-unquote Bitcoin Fort Knox, essentially?
Exactly. We think it's not going to replace, it's going to augment. So it will be incremental.
Where did they get a hold of the real utility coin, XRP, the bridge, settlement, the messaging, all in one? TikTok, faster, cheaper, more efficient. Meanwhile, we got Charles apologizing to the XRP community and wants to participate in the RLUSD. Charles Hawkinson.
I'd like to apologize to the XRP community. And I'd love to find ways to build bridges and work with them, just like we're building bridges and working with the Bitcoin ecosystem. There are many areas of potential collaboration that I could see, from midnight interoperability with Ripple up to and including perhaps participating in the stablecoin that the Ripple ecosystem has been creating.
The tide is turning. Meanwhile, major announcement from Vice President J.D. Vance, Gary Gensler.
Disagreements, I'm sure he's like a nice guy, is Gary Gensler. Okay, so Gary Gensler is sort of the complete opposite of my view. And there are two problems that I have with Gary. One of which is that I think he wants to inject politics way too much into the actual business of securities in the United States of America. But in some ways, the more fundamental issue, or at least the most relevant issue for this particular conference is the approach that Gary has taken to regulating blockchain and crypto seems to be almost the exact opposite of what it should be. And I'm oversimplifying a little bit, but the question the SEC seems to ask in regulating crypto is this a token with utility? And if it's a token with utility, then they seem to want to ban it. And if it's a token without utility, they don't seem to care. I almost think we should be the opposite here, right? I worry about financialization. I worry about, frankly, whether a lot of the crypto stuff is fundamentally fake. But if a token actually has utility, that's the sort of thing that, by all means, regulate it. By all means, be careful about, how consumers interact with it. But you don't want to just get rid of this stuff. And here's where I really, really worry about this is a lot of the newest challengers to social media, the social media incumbents of 2024 are going to require some blockchain technology to make their business work. Maybe they'll require a token that supports verification. There are all of these ways in which the companies, when I talk to sort of friends who are still in the VC industry, the companies that are most exciting to them, they're doing actual things in communications in the 21st century, in 2024, I should say. Those companies very often rely on high utility tokens to do things like verification. Well, if we're not making it possible to do verification, then we're going to make it really hard to challenge the existing incumbents in the space.
And while the mainstream media continues to scare away from the biggest opportunity in utility coins like XRP, they continue to be herded into meme coins and the so-called store of value coins. Know what you hold. We got one from XRPL Daily. McGovia says Ripple will never distribute all of its XRP, but hints at the possibility of lending it out in the future. Ripple custody.
Will ever distribute all of it. In my mind's eye, there's a possibility where, we end up more of a lending kind of, more of a lender of last resort capacity, maybe. I think that would be a little strange for a software company, and maybe some things would have to change structurally. Maybe we have to have a different organization or something. Who knows, right? But as these capital markets develop, as liquidity develops, there are going to be folks who, if they want to provide liquidity in the asset, don't want to necessarily own the asset because that puts them in harm's way for price movements. So if you can borrow the asset and create liquidity that way, it's actually a much more efficient way to be part of the liquidity mechanism. It's how traditional capital markets work. I mean, my first job on a trading desk was managing the repo book, the overnight Tom Next kind of liquidity provision that every day we had to roll. There's nothing like that in digital assets. So partly because the transfers happen instantaneously, but also partly because it just hasn't developed. And one of my longer term goals, after I get the ecosystem built out, after I get payments running through there, as I start to merge or try to merge the two worlds, the digital asset markets and the traditional capital markets, as I try to do that, I think one of the levers that we'll be able to pull will be lending. And as a result, I don't necessarily know that we'll need some XRP, right, in order to do that. So I guess a long-winded way of saying, I'm not sure we'll ever get rid of all of it and sort of let it all out into the wild, partly because there is some utility for us or maybe some other, organization having it to make sure that the markets are always liquid.
We're going to dive into the charts to show you what's to come for XRP and the rest of the cryptocurrency markets. Coins Kit XRP on the weekly may be carving out an inverse head and shoulder here, possibly completed and expanded flat wave 2 ABC after an impulsive first wave up from the July of this year. A weekly close above the green line at 66,485, and we could see it run to a minimal $1.15 and new all-time highs. I would be looking for BTC to take a chill pill for this move to begin to play out. Crypto Bull 2020 XRP minimum target 13. We got Mustache altcoins monthly. Pretty crazy when you think about the fact that the most bullish cross of the altcoins hasn't even happened yet. This actually shows you what we can probably expect in the coming weeks and months. XRP Crypto XRP 100x price and 3x timeframe nightmare scenario. Take this post with a big grain of salt. I know my XRP fam will love the price prediction part, but the time frame might feel like a nightmare. Here's the breakdown comparing the previous cycle, cycle 1, 2013 to 2018, with our current cycle, cycle 2, 2023 to 2030, cycle analysis, cycle 1, 2013 to 2018, full duration, 1,583 days, sub-cycle pump, blue and green circles, 395 days. We got cycle 2 projected, 2023 to 2030, full duration, 4,748 days, sub-cycle pump, blue-green cycles, 1,217 days. Extrapolation cycle 2 sub-cycle is roughly 3x longer than the cycle 1's 1,217 divided by 395 equals 3x. Applying the 3x multiplier to the cycle's first duration of 1,583 days gives us about 4,748 days, projecting us to December 2030. 100x price target, cycle 1, the breakout points at 0.0093. Looking at the chart, the breakout aligns with the 100x increase, reaching the highs 23 top of 93 cents, a perfect 100x factor. You can take any range or price target from cycle 1 and it's multiplied by 100 in the current cycle. For example, look at the July 2023 high of 93 cents, perfect 100x increase from cycle 1's breakout point of 0.0093. So the next price target is $33 by 2030. XRP Army, stay strong. Another one from Eggrog, XRP 40x. That's manipulation in my honest opinion. If XRP doesn't do anything less than 40x after missing the last cycle, it would feel like pure manipulation and fall way short of expectations, the price target aside. In the last cycle, despite the SEC lawsuit, XRP pulled off an impressive 20x surge. Now with the unbeatable regulatory clarity, could we be looking at a 40x or even a 40x boom? Let's explore. 40x surge from the cycle low of 28 cents. A 40x could take XRP to an impressive $11. 50x leap would surge XRP to 14. Comparing to ETH's 58x multiplier using ETH's previous cycle multiplier of 58x. XRP starting at 28 cents could skyrocket to $16. D matching BTC's 20x multiplier. Even if XRP only matched BTC's 21x previous cycle multiplier, it could still climb to 588, still below 40x. XRP Army, stay ready. If XRP hit $27, that would be a mind-blowing 96x. We got Stellar DevCon, don't mind us, most transactions in 2024. We got one from Crypto's TA, XRP bottoming against BTC. And taking a look at XRP versus BTC, are we hitting that final launch pad? Also, if XRP versus BTC were to retest the previous highs, you're looking at about a 3,500% increase. A 3,500% increase from the current price levels at around 61 cents would take us to around $22 XRP. And you know what they say, the bigger the base, the higher in space. XRP, know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. They want you out.
Foreign currency everywhere in the world. They're called Nostro accounts. It's very cost intensive to have that inventory around the world. They can simply replace that foreign currency with XRP and they can save a lot of money on that. So let's take a look at what Ripple's been doing. Obviously, it's been down. I think we have a chart here. Yep. Obviously down from the peaks up here, right? The whole crypto market has kind of gone sideways here. But what does Luis Yamada say? The bigger the base, the higher in space. The bigger the base, the higher in space. The bigger the base, the higher in space.
You know what they say? The bigger the base, the higher in space. 8-year base, ready to melt off the entire crypto space. The longer they take, the higher we climb on that XRP. Riskless, and only a small piece of the prize takes us to the promised land. 500 billion in daily transaction volume. you're looking at a $424 XRP. All the money, all the value, know what you hold, know what's coming. And if the cycles are repeating, we could potentially see XRP flip BTC, flip ETH this cycle, and take home, once again, the best performing digital asset amongst all cryptocurrency, even the Chinese coins. Where will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed?
Big bags.
Later glitches.
Welcome to the party. This a moon party. Hey, this a moon party. Hey, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. This a moon party. This a moon party. Welcome to the party, we don't play around here. Moon suit on her, you get sprayed.